I want to share with you an openness. And it's unbelievable how Hashem really exists. We're zocheh, we merit to live in a world where Hashem is really here. And Hashem gives us life every single day. And He made us Jewish. I mean, it's awesome. How many more gifts can Hashem give us? It's an unbelievable zechut. So I want to share with you a story of an open miracle that happened after October 7th. For those who remember, right, I said the story so many times already, but I don't think anybody heard it here, right? I mean, if you did, raise your hand, please. So right after October 7th, we all remember that the area near Gaza was still very unsafe. All the kibbutzim, unfortunately, people were still dying over there. The terrorists, Yimachshim, were still roaming around. Reb Chaim Zid gave a speech in Bnei Brak to a seminar of girls. And he said that the Mikuban Rabbi David Abuchatzera told him after October 7th, as a speaker, he told him, when you go around Klal Yisrael, give them this message. What happened b'Simchat Torah, that day on October 7th, was me'al derech hateva. It was not a natural thing. The fact that Hamas, Yimach Shimam v'Zicham, were able to break in, not only break in, it was a walk in the park for those Yimach Shimams over there for several hours. He said that was me'al derech hateva. It's a very unusual thing. The IDF is one of the strongest armies in the world. Thank you, Hashem. One of the strongest armies in the world is the IDF. I remember as a kid in Israel, it was a famous joke. If a cat goes near the border over there, whatever it is, where the Aravim are, it gets shot by Tzahal 20 times before it blinks. Over here, these terrorists were storming. What? To this day, I'm shocked how that happened. So David Abuchatzera was saying what happened was me'al derech hateva, very unusual. And Hashem's message to Klal Yisrael, it says the Mikubal, is that a person should do something that's me'al derech hateva, that's natural for them, not natural for them. Leave your comfort zone for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what Hashem is asking for. Leave your derech hateva, leave your routine, do something that you thought you would never do, but now you're doing it after the war started. That's what David Abuchatzera told him to go be mifalsim. So Reb Chaim Zid was saying that story. A girl comes over to him, and I spoke to this girl on the phone. Her name is Tali. Tali, she comes over to him. She doesn't kvod harav. I have money that I saved from babysitting. I want to give that money towards buying pairs of tzitzit to the soldiers, to the IDF soldiers. Now, Reb Chaim Zid knows this girl. She's a yatomah. She's an orphan. She's an older single girl that's an orphan. Reb Chaim Zid told her, I'm not taking money from an orphan, from a yatomah. You have money saved from babysitting, I should take your money? She tells him, Kvod harav, but you said, you have to go me'al derech hateva. You have to leave your comfort zone. You got to do something wow after October 7th for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And I want to do that. He tells her, no, I don't take money from an orphan. And she begs him. Reb Chaim Zid told me that she started tearing, that she wants to do this mitzvah. What a kiddush Hashem, this Tali girl. She started tearing. Okay. She gives him the money. Reb Chaim Zid orders the pairs of tzitziot. He calls her up and he tells her, Tali, I have the boxes of tzitzit over here. Come take it. She tells him, Kvod harav, ani lo holechet la'aza, ata tilech la'aza. Kvod harav, I'm not going to Gaza. You go to Gaza. You're the rabbi. Tells her, because I'm the rabbi, I have to go to Gaza. I have a family and kids. When do I have to go to Gaza? I'm not the rabbi. She tells him, you're the rabbi. Tells her, I got to ask a shelah. I got to ask my rabbi because his wife wasn't happy. It's very dangerous at that time. Very dangerous. He goes up to his rav, his posek, Rabbi Tzach Zilberstein, and he told him, yes, you should go Mekadesh Shemayim, Hashem's going to protect you. Okay. He calls up one of his friends who works in the government and tells him, Habibi, I have to go to Gaza. I can't go with my yeshiva shakar. You have to give me like a chashuv, like a IDF bulletproof car, mashu. Tells him, Kvod harav, don't worry, we'll hook it up, we'll bring it to you. They set a date and time, whatever day of the week. The IDF truck comes to pick him up with a driver, with a katzin, with one soldier. And he told me that the car was half bulletproof. I don't know what that means to this day, but it was half bulletproof. What does half mean? I don't know. But half bulletproof. Okay, the katzin picks them up. They drive to Gaza. As they're driving to the south, they reach a machsomet, no, I don't know English. I'm sorry, Israeli. I'm sorry? A checkpoint. The checkpoint that was closed with cement and ma'aval. You can't go past this checkpoint. They stop the car and they start hearing in a loud microphone, Sakana! Nobody leave the car. What happened? There is 3 loose Yimach Shemaniks, terrorists, Hamas, roaming around that they're trying to catch, and they ran away in that whole area. So they told everybody in the car, don't leave your car. It's a makom sakana. He said he was sitting there for 45 minutes in the car. He saw drones. He saw dogs sniffing. They were looking for the terrorists. Nada. After around 45 minutes, they announce again, you can leave the car. Makom batuach, it's a safe area, safe zone, you can leave your car. Okay. He leaves his car, and he starts giving out the pairs of tzitziot. And by the way, Rabbi David Abuchatzera told him another thing. Try this at home, by the way, when you go home tonight or tomorrow, to whoever you're talking to or at work. Rabbi David Abuchatzera told him a trick. If you want to give, it's a pi Kabbalah, it's like a little Kabbalah. If you want to give beracha, if you want to give blessings to others, you want to pour them with shefa, sing them this song with these words. And he told him the nigun. What's the nigun? Hoshiya et amecha, uvarech et nachlatecha, ure, mure, 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 menase, mure, menase, madailam. And he said, when you sing that to people, it brings beracha, and the malachim and shamayim are throwing mazal. That's what David Abuchatzera told him to do. So that's what he did. When he was with the soldiers of Chaim Zaid, they're dancing. Hoshiya et amecha. And he's giving out pairs of tzitziot, giving out. He said, a fellow Yom Kippur, some guy pulls out tefillin, starts wearing out tefillin. It's balagan. He has one pair of tzitzit left. There was one soldier, but listen to this open miracle in our times. Hashem is really here. Thank you, Hashem. There was one soldier several feet away, and he screams, Kvod Harav, throw me one pair of tzitzit. Reb Chaim Zid told me that he chucked the tzitzit, and the tzitzit was not in the bag. It was a loose pair of tzitzit. He throws it. It lands on a sela in the south, in Israel, for those who go there. There's huge rocks. It's like a desert area. The tzitzit lands on a sela. As it lands on the sela, a Chamaska Yemach Shemo crawls from under, and then the IDF soldier sees him and he screams, Ash, Ash, fire, fire, boom, 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 boom. They killed the Arab on the spot. Which means as the tzitzit landed, I guess it tickled his ears or something, the Hamas guy, he gets up, they caught him, that's who they were looking for. They shot him on the spot. The Katzin, the general, told Reb Chaim Zaid, this was a ness. Open ness. Because if we would have missed them, we were planning to continue this way. So our backs, the whole battalion, our backs would have been turned to this guy. He would have gotten up, and chas v'shalom, who knows what would have happened. He calls up Tali, but that's an open miracle that deserves a round of applause for such a nest like that. Round of applause. Unbelievable. He calls up Tali, and he tells her, your tzitzit, one tzitzit, look what it did. Look how many lives it saved. Look how much of a kiddush Hashem you made. Why? Because she went me'al derech hateva. She did something that was really like hard for her, but she did it for Klal Yisrael. Look how much of a hero she is. I'm saying her story in Deal, New Jersey. You think she knows? Look how she's making such a big kiddush Hashem. But the story doesn't end there. There's part B to the story. A couple of years back, while Reb Chaim Kanievsky was alive, Reb Chaim Zaid took this girl Tali to Reb Chaim Kanievsky to get a beracha, to get married. She's an orphan. She needs a beracha, to get married. Now, Reb Chaim Kanievsky, for those who remember the Gdol Hadol, he was very careful with every word he says in the blessing, in the beracha. To this girl, he told her, you're going to get married, and he also threw the word kesef, money. So you're going to get married, and also kesef, you're going to have money. Reb Chaim Zaid said when he said over that story, there was a bunch of yeshiva about all looking to marry this girl now, like, okay, whatever. Yeah, you're also going to have money. Okay, now listen to what happens next. When Reb Chaim Zaid advertised this story after October 7th, several speakers on Torah Anytime and other organizations spoke about it in English. And it was spread all over the place. Reb Chaim Zaid gets a phone call from a Hasidic guy from Miami Beach, Florida. He calls him up. He tells him, Kvod Harav, how are you? Ata medaber Anglit? Do you talk English? He tells him, no, ani medaber kesef. I don't know what you're talking about. He tells him, Kvod Harav, I saw your clip about the tzitzit. I want to tell you something. The fact that tzitzit saved lives, saved the life of soldiers, I'm not impressed. It's pashut. Tzitzit is mitzvah, the minat Torah. Of course it saves, it brings beracha, it brings shefa. For me, that's pashut, it's easy. I'm very nitpa'el. I'm very shocked. How do you say nitpa'el in English? Astonished. Awed. That's the word. But this girl, Tali, she has no money, no parents. She took her savings from babysitting and she gave everything she could for the soldiers that she never met to put on tzitzit. Tell this girl that when she gets married, I'm going to pay for her wedding. What? I'm going to pay for her appliance. I'm going to pay for her furniture. And the most important thing, she will get one of my free apartments in Bayit V'Gan Yerushalayim. Bayit V'Gan Yerushalayim.